All right, so the question is, my dog acts out for attention when I leave to go to another room on the same floor. For example, I go into the kitchen to cook where she's gated off because of counter surfing, and she'll jump up onto the couch and start chewing, flinging around the couch covers and blankets. As soon as I turn to look at her, she stops because she knows she's not supposed to. Any advice to help correct this behavior so she's not misbehaving for attention? I tried to just ignore it, but that's how I landed on 3 chewed up blankets.
Okay, so a couple things right off the bat, right? You cannot combat anxiety with discipline. This is anxiety and frustration. This is all big emotions from her. Being gated out of the kitchen, she's away from you, even though she can see you. This is really frustrating her. She's kind of feeling like she's out of control and doesn't know what to do with herself. And she has learned that jumping on the couch, getting the couch cushions, the blankets, and chewing up those things will get your attention back on her. So yes, this is negative attention. This is her looking for you to meet those insecurities and make her feel better. And just like we know with kids, any attention is good attention. So she's gonna continue to do what she's doing until we change something. We have to make her understand that when you're cooking in the kitchen, she is still safe and that she is okay. But we also need to give her an alternate behavior. We need to give her something else to do. But I'm gonna get to that in a second. The other big thing I wanna mention is that gating her out of the kitchen is not fixing the issue. It's creating bigger problems, right? You gated her out of the kitchen because she's counter surfing and you don't want her to get hurt, you don't want her to take food, this and that. You have to practice that first. The goal here is to always just live harmoniously with our dogs and not have any restrictions, not any gates, crates 24/7, or having to be, gated off somewhere, just normal living. That's really the goal long term. So the goal would be for you to break down that gate and to have her in the kitchen with you and have her understand that she shouldn't be jumping up on counters and this and that, and that there's no benefit to doing that. She's not gonna get anything, right? Which is another series of behavioral training that we do, is ignoring those behaviors. You're making it safe for her, you're pushing everything back. If she jumps up, legitimately ignore it. She can't do anything, she can't get anything dangerous because there's really nothing there for her to get. Unless it's like a tissue or a paper towel and you show her that those things are not valuable by not responding, because if she eats a tissue or a paper towel, it's gonna come out the other end, it's not gonna be a problem. So really only reacting when things are dangerous, that's a big thing. But letting her understand that she can be in the kitchen, just she can't do X, Y, Z to get your attention. But it seems like the second you're doing something else, she gets a little worked up. So giving her something else to do falls in that category of making sure that her cup is filled, right? So mental stimulation, frozen bone, frozen Kong, bully stick, yak bone, immediately before you go and cook. So she's like, oh, when dad goes to cook, mom goes to cook, I get something really good. And it's okay for them to go cook, right? We both get our cups filled. Mom and dad are doing what they need to do and I'm doing something that's keeping me busy, and there's a positive association here versus now I'm gated out and now I need to do something to get their attention. Completely different mindset for your dog, and moving forward, they'll be like, oh, I kind of like when mom or dad cooks because I get this treat every single time. And make it something super valuable. Frozen bone of like leftover cold cuts, right? That's like the biggest time of day that you struggle with your dog, then that's the time to give the biggest type of mental stimulation that's super valuable. And they'll start to understand, okay, when mom or dad are cooking, the gate can come down and I continue to chew my bone. I'm not gonna now take this opportunity and start jumping on counters. So I hope that answers your question, but with the behavior that's going on with the couch, she's gonna continue. Even if you eliminate all the couch cushions, all the blankets, she will find something else to move to. Again, you can't combat anxiety with discipline. You have to fix the anxiety first. She has to learn how to be okay with you doing other things, but we have to also give her other things to do as well. I hope that answers your question. If this is your first time listening to us or watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, follow us. We have our podcast. Come follow us.